Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're listening to me from. My name is Timi Awesu, and I am excited to join you here at this super conference titled The Blueprint of Excellence. It's exciting to know that good work like this is happening in somewhere in Africa, and we're excited to be part of such awesome work. Kudos to Frederick and the team for putting this up. This is awesome. It's a lot on your part to have this done. And so let me just go straight into why I'm here. So a quick brief introduction of myself. I am a first class graduate of applied physics from LAUTECH Ogbomoso, Nigeria, and over the years I've developed interest in projects management, human resource, process planning, people and culture management, and I presently work in the tech space, and but I still run a vision of helping students gain academic excellence through my platform, Academic Mentoring Class, which has been running for averagely for like 7 years now. So in the space of the 7 years, we've been able to see people, from undergraduate days, 100 level, finally graduated with first class, loads of 2-1 students. Then we also have loads of other grades, 5.0s, first class results, first class GPAs, and it's exciting to see that this ideology of excellence can be transferred from one person to another, which is the first thing I would love to say before I answer the questions that was given to me, is that one of the best ways to transfer knowledge is mentorship. Mentorship grants you that ability to be able to put information from one generation to another. So the way to actually store information, the way to actually keep information is not really on hard disk and hard drives. Those things are good tools to help us understand, to help us capture the details of events. Yet the greatest way of actually capturing values is people, and that is established through mentorship. So when I found out that I had some cool stuff to keep for my generation, and I just started mentoring students, and that mentorship over the years led to this book. Yes, this book is an ebook written by me. Yes, it's titled Academic Excellence Demystified, and just released this May, and I want to encourage everyone to get up. When we have a session, we can talk about this and how you get it. You can get it the ebook. You can also get a hard copy from Lagos, Nigeria, Ibadan, Ogbomoso, and wherever you are in Nigeria, we can get it to you. You can order as more copies as you need, because most of the things I'm going to be talking about is going to be from this book, because I summarized all these into principles that's going to help you. So the next thing I want to talk about is principles, the role of principles in academic excellence, the role of principles in excellence in general. You must embrace the concept that everything runs by principles and laws, and so is the same for academic excellence and any other space you find yourself. So in as much as you'll be hearing a lot of things from myself and from other super brilliant authors who will be coming, speakers will be coming around, you must understand that principles, laws are those things that guide the operations of systems. They are the one that ensure predictability. Samadi said that success and failure are predictable. So whatever we'll be discussing are tied to principles. So let me quickly go through some of these questions. So the first question is saying, how do you handle classes and readings? Well, I'm an addict for starting early. So I remember as an undergraduate, I was not, when I came into school, you know what they call average students? Yes, that's me. I don't know where they got the concept from, because I've demystified that concept over the time that nobody's actually average. It's just the definition that makes people call average. So, but that's not the story today. So I found that starting early is a key to help students, especially if you know yourself. So one concept is the understanding of yourself, being self-aware to know your strengths, to do a SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunities, and strength, to actually understand, okay, I think I need to start early. So what do I do when I start early? How do I do my readings? I start early. And what I do starting early, I've gotten resources from previous colleagues, and I'm just going through. I don't understand jack, but I am reading. I'm just going through, okay, what should I expect? What should I anticipate? And all of that. So of course, one of the laws I discuss in this book is the law of past, present, and future questions. The ability to be able to navigate your lecturer's mind by understanding possibilities of his questions I could ask. So throughout, from the beginning of the semester to the end of the semester, I'm navigating past questions, present questions, his tests, his quizzes, and future questions, possibilities, something that might happen, checking through textbooks to ensure, just get a frame of mind that maybe something could come out. It's not over sabi or doing more. It's going to be extra mile to actually understand how my lecturer thinks, and from there you're able to decode every possibility of question. So that's how I handle readings and classes. Oh man, I'm a super contribution in class. This is one of the things I also teach in this book. I call it the class participation, how participating in class helps improve your returnability, the ability for you to be able to read it, because you are interacting with class, you are talking about it, you are doing something about it. So you are engaging your physical body, you are engaging your mental realm, you are engaging in the class, so which increases the ability for you to retain that information. So that's how I engage my handle classes. The next question here says that what are unique examination strategies that you use from preparation today? As I said earlier, it's basically starting early. Then I prepare with questions. Then I also read wide scope. So I also talk about something in the book, which is preparing towards exam and reading to understand. Two ball games entirely, two different ball games. So there is preparing for exam, and there is reading to understand. So when you are reading to understand, you just want to know, you just want to interact with knowledge, you just want to be able to say, okay, I have been able to gain knowledge, I love knowledge. So you want to understand it, so you are not in a pressure to pour that information. You just want to grasp the modus operandi that course, that subject is operating under. So I'm reading, that's reading to understand, which is awesome because it gives you a broad scope. That's the breadth. So, but once you are preparing towards exam, it's another strategy entirely. Here I'm talking past questions. There I'm talking accelerated learning skills. There I'm talking retention skills. There I'm talking how to learn faster. There I'm talking how to improve my memory speed. Then I begin to read in that direction. Then I begin to use highlighters to pin down information. I begin to use sticky notes. I begin to use writing down skills, just in a bid to prepare towards the exam. So I'm answering questions, I'm revisiting the test quiz, I'm engaging with colleagues. So basically, you just need to understand that there's a difference between reading to understand and preparing towards the exam. It's two different games entirely. If you can get that, it's to help you. How do you handle unexpected results? Well, I changed my mindset. So I remember a situation while I was in school. There was a public failure, there was mass failure, and I was the top three. I was one of the top three in my department as at then. I asked questions, I questioned, nobody was answering. I went to the department, I questioned my result, nobody was answering, nobody was giving ears. Then I found out that I couldn't do anything about it. So what did I do? I changed my thinking, I changed my mind. I said, okay, so if I can't do anything about this, I can change the way I think about the issue. So I just accepted the responsibility. I said, it's my fault. It's not the department's fault. It's my fault. I am the reason why this issue is the way it is. So even though I didn't have anything to do with it, but because of that mindset to say, oh, okay, I'm responsible, and that changed the ball game entirely, and it made me take advantage of the situation. And from that point, I began to search for keys and principles of academic excellence and change the whole ball game. So how I handle unexpected results, if I cannot do anything about them, I just change how I think about them. Then I look for, what did I do wrong? Was there anything I did on my path? And I go look for the answer, and I move on. What are your academic secrets, intentional habits, and superpowers that we can learn from? Well, I don't know. It's of course, I love structured learning. So I think structured learning helped me. Yes, ability to do things piece by piece, and also some form of creativity, scattered learning too. Yes, when I mean scattered learning, I mean creativity in terms of being able to look for diverse forms of me being able to engage with knowledge. So I record my past questions, I see them, I draw them, it's just ability to engage my spirit, soul, and body in digesting and releasing information, basically. So that's part of the things I think I do. Then I pray. I love praying. So praying helps me to come to consciousness. Praying and meditation, to God. It helps me to, come to that state of superpower in terms of my returnability. So I kind of remember things on the spot. I kind of just close my eyes during the exam and just breathe in and out, and I pour out because I'm trying to revisit using my imagination gateway to birth the answer to questions while I'm in the examination hall. Then lastly, it says this, how do you manage to blend academic, social engagement, and study well? Is one of the things I also teach here is called planning, the key to being balanced. So I was an addict to planning, so which is why I eventually became a professional, PMP certified professional. Planning helped me in school to be able to sit down and say, where exactly are my hours going to? How can I rationalize the hours and all of that? So yes, planning basically understanding prioritization techniques, understanding the 80-20 rule, Pareto principle, listening to people like Brian Tracy who helped give tips that said, okay, put this first, understanding the role of the time quadrant. That time quadrant as discussed in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. I applied them. I wasn't just reading to pour them, I applied them. So yes, understanding priority, understanding what comes first, understanding what should be done last, understanding where I should put my energy. So my energies were not scattered everywhere. So yes, basically these are the 5 questions I have here, and I hope I have been able to help you understand. So as I've said, understand the role of mentorship, and look for me to get this. It's load, I think about 60 principles there to help you come into a summary of all the things I've said, because there's so much. So thank you. Here, this is Timi Awesu here, and I say, be your best.